Letter to a porn star. We've never met, but I saw you on the screen of my computer when I was 8 or 9 years old. To tell you the truth, I honestly can't even picture your face. All I remember was an unnatural glowing tan and a toothpick-thin waist that was accompanied by 2 perfectly symmetrical breasts that were so large that they probably hurt your back in real life. I'm sorry that boys like me, and men who never grew up, have turned you into an object, and I'm sorry that I never had the privilege of hearing your story. I used to joke that since women are so much prettier than men, that God had made a mistake by not having lesbianism be the way to procreate. It's funny, because even though I said this, I still always tried to find 2 girls with 1 guy so that I could see the girls be pretty, but end by watching the guy fuck one of them and then the other. I think I liked watching 2 girls submitting and pretending they enjoyed being abused even more than I liked watching just one. I'm sorry that I was turned on the most when you seemed to be experiencing some level of discomfort, and I know for most of it you were acting, but forgive me for preferring a scream over a satisfied sigh and a grimace of pain over a wide-eyed look of pleasure. I'm sorry that you probably have never been allowed to be who you are sexually because of what society has jammed down your throat and expected you to swallow with a smile. You deserve more than the darkest and most selfish part of my heart, and I'm sorry that was all I ever gave you. The video you were the star of, or perhaps the slave in, caught my eye because it said you were a virgin. And there was something about it being your first time that turned me on, and my favorite part was always when the other girl had to hold you down because you said you couldn't take anymore. Forced into compliance was how I liked you best. I didn't care how it felt to be inside of your body because I had already ceased to see you as a human being, and I was only 10 years old. I know now that it wasn't really your first time, rather just a manipulation of my mind, so I hope that your first time was better than that. And I hope that he told you that it was your flaws that make you beautiful, and that you felt alive in his embrace, and that he insisted you have the dignity that this cruel world has been trying to take. I could ink page after page until the end of my days and send letters with no names that bear the weight of my shame, but I can't remove the pain that I so callously gave. But for those I have destroyed, and there are a lot of you, know that I'm trying to change. I'm sorry I measured your worth by the size of your bra, and that I never got to hear you tell your story. Someone carried you for 9 months, you're made in the image of the divine, but I never told you that. Instead, I made you in mine. You're not an object, you're a person. So please forgive me for the lies I've spent my entire life immersed in, because you all had a story, and it breaks my heart that I never got to hear you tell them.